Welcome back technicians for the second video. Today in this video we look at how to collect the specimen from OP in the hospital information systems. As you know, there are two collection centers in our hospital. One is for OPD, that is available in the ground floor. So there are 2 points in the ground floor. One is for health lounge area and another is for our routine area. Health lounge sample collection works from morning 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock, whereas sample collection area in the ground floor works from 9 o'clock to evening 7 o'clock. Okay, so for the time being we have both collections at 1 point only, that is the S6 in ground floor. So once the health lounge is available, even from the health lounge also sample will be collected. So in the previous video you have learned how to use the username and password. So you enter your username and password immediately. Once it is done, your home page, that is lab front office approval, will be open, and once it is open you go to the square button, that is transaction button. So take on the specimen send and receive, and then from there you take it to specimen collection lab. So once you collect the specimen collection lab, this is the window which opens. So this has got various formats. So you need to know this is available in every window that is present in the HIS. So you need to know individually each of these. This is the request date. So every time this request date in the left side should be either less or equal to the request in this. Okay, so for example, if it is 28th and 28th, that means whatever requests that are generated in this on 28th, that will be available in the specimen collection. Means those which have not yet been collected, those which are still lying, so those will be available. If you make this 28 into 27, so that the specimen collections that are present on 27th also will get added. So you will have two, 27th and 28th, like that. Now this is important because there are many nephrology related patients who may bill it 2-3 days back and then come for sample collection on today. So during that time when you search here, their names may not be available here. At that time you will have to go back 2 days here and then identify their names, and based on that you need to collect the sample. So this format is available in every window, so you need to know. This is the request number. So this is all the request numbers. You can directly put the request number here. Immediately only that particular request will get generated. Register number is nothing but the IHHI number. This is the unique hospital number. Okay, only that will get available. So depending upon your dates you can adjust, and accordingly you can take IP number, bill number, patient name, mobile number. These parameters we don't normally use, so let us not bother too much about it. So this is the date bar, this is the request number is nothing but this number, and the register number, that is your IHHI number. Okay, and whatever number that has been registered here, means the lines that has appeared, that same things you can do the search from here also. So whichever, whether the name or UHID number, whichever it is present, you can identify through this search button. Okay, now always remember, whenever a patient walks into the sample collection area or any part of the lab, the patient is identified by two methods. Two points we take into consideration. One is the patient name, another is the unique hospital number, that is this IHHI number. Okay, so this IHHI number is important. So the patient name and IHHI number are the two identification points of the patient for NABH purpose as well as for our routine identification of the patient. Okay, so once you know these lines, the next we need to know is the each request. So this is what we call it as the request number. This request number is the number to which all the laboratory instruments will interface their values. So this request number is very important. So for a same patient there can be a multiple request number in every day, or at different states. So this request number keeps changing continuously in an ascending order. Okay, but the IHHI number is unique to that particular patient. Once it is generated, that is present for entire life of the patient. Unless patient loses this number, during that time the front office may generate a new number. Okay, so this number is constant for the particular patient. Okay, so this this is your request number. So the request number for this particular request for this patient, what is the test that has been asked, only that it will show. So for the same this patient at some other point some other tests were asked, then this request number is going to change. Okay, so this is the request that is generated on 28th at 8:14. So bill number, bill date we don't usually bother. OP and IP we bother because sample collection in the ground floor only OP patient comes. So you need to be remember how many patients are there whom's blood sample you need to collect. This is the patient age and what is the sex of the patient, the mobile number, if they belong to any particular insurances and all. This is the doctor under whom the patient has been registered. Okay, so this is what we call as primary doctor. So this is a primary doctor. Okay, so let us see first. So let us open this patient. So you just click on any part of this particular line, immediately this is how it opens. So it shows that this Sumi patient has a test called cytology for pap smear. So this is her unique hospital identity number, IHHI number, Indiana Hospital and Heart Institute. This number, that is IHHI, this is the number. Patient is in the OP under this particular doctor, and this is the request number generated. The 151942 is the request number, and this is the time at which this request has been generated. So you click on this and then you click on approve. Immediately that indicates that the patient sample has been collected. Okay, for every patient it will show what type of sample to collect, in which particular container to collect is shown for each individual. Okay, then you click on back. Without collecting it, it will go back and it still remains in the specimen collection area. So let us say that we are going to collect this baby of Aishat. Okay, so you click on that, immediately this is how it opens. So as you can see, for individual test it is telling what sample to collect in what vacutainers or what collection devices you should use. For example, bilirubin total and TSH is asked, for which you have to collect it in a vacutainer red plain. Okay, plain red colored vacutainer you should use, and for blood grouping and RH type it is telling EDTA vacutainers you are supposed to use. So you click on that, immediately you click and then you put it as approve. The moment it is done in the ground floor sample collection area and in the third floor lab, the first computer where sample collection is done, only those two you will get a barcode like this. So two barcodes get generated every time you approve. Okay, so this is the barcode. So it shows the request number, that is 151983. This is the date at which you have taken the barcode. Remember, this is the date at which and the time at which you have taken the barcode. This request may have been 2 days old, but the barcode will show today's date only, the date at which you have taken this barcode. This is the patient name. This is the unique hospital ID, that is IHHI. This is the age and sex of the patient. This baby is a newborn baby, hardly 1 hour old. So it is showing 0 days. Okay, 0 day, and this is the age. So this is how it gets generated. Okay, so this is your specimen collection where Aisha Shalaka barcode you have taken. Now imagine situation where only 2 barcodes is not enough for you, because urine analysis is also asked, so you need 1 more barcode. So during that time you can just click on this extra print option. The moment you click on this extra print option, this is the window which opens. So you just put this request number, that is 1519, that particular number you put on this, and you enter how many labels, 2 numbers, 3 numbers, 4 numbers, whatever numbers of labels you want. So you put on that and you put label, immediately the label will come. If it is of a different date, you may have to adjust the date to that particular date. So you adjust that date and then you put the label, so it will immediately come. So if it is a 2 day, 3 day old request, then you may have to adjust this bill date, otherwise no need. So request number, number of labels required, the date, and then you put it, immediately that many numbers of barcodes will come. So now you have barcodes to which your vacutainers are attached. You can collect the sample, and once the sample is collected, is approved, means when you click on the button and barcodes available, immediately the request moves to the specimen received department wise like this. Okay, so it moves like this. Again same thing, the date, then request number, register number, all those things. Usually since at a time only 4-5 samples are collected, so only those many lines will be present, and this will be collected if you are sitting in the OPD down in the S6 area of the ground floor. So this will be once this sample goes to the third floor lab. In third floor lab only they will collect this particular sample. So they open it and they see that what is the test. They click on that and then they receive departmental receive. Immediately it moves to, it shows that the sample has reached the second floor lab and it will go to the result entry area. Okay, simple. So sometimes you may have problem, that is there is another option called specimen revert. So that means a sample you have collected and they may tell that this sample is not sufficient to do the test, or the sample is clotted, or some problem might have happened. So during that time you may have to recollect, or so during that time you have to do what is called specimen revert. Means whatever collected sample is not working, so you may have to tell them to revert. This doesn't happen too much in the OPD, but this may happen many times in the IP patients. So for that purpose you have to revert it back. So during that time you just click on this revert. So whatever samples that are still in the result entry and result approval area, only those will appear. Okay, so you click on that particular whichever you want to, like for example in this case Aishat Sala's only I have taken. So you click on that, it will show what is the test which you need to revert back. So you immediately you collect show this reasons for this thing. So it may be by mistakenly you might have shown it, or it might be a sample might have been clotted or hemolyzed, or whatever may be the reason you mention, and then in the remarks you type what is the reason for your this thing. Then you click on the these squares and you show it as specimen to be reverted. Immediately it will go back to specimen collection area here. Okay, this specimen collection area only it will go back. So the whole procedure has to restart in that case. Okay, now once the sample is received in the result entry, so again the same window will appear. So you have to, the result entry part we will discuss in the next listing. Okay, so this is how is the workflow of the specimen collection happens. So first and the foremost thing, you put your username, password, you open the home button, that is the lab front office approval window will come, and then you select the specimen, send and receive. In that specimen collection lab you will collect. So you will see what is the test, and once you know what is the test and what vacuum to use, so immediately you collect the sample. The sample will come now to specimen receive department wise, and now it will be sent to third floor lab. In the third floor lab they see this, and then if everything is correct, then they approve it as a department receive. So it will go to result entry. If something is wrong, then they may tell that the specimen has to be reverted. Once if it is reverted, it will comes back to specimen collection. So once it comes to result entry, from result entry it will go to result approval. Means once the results are entered, all the parameters are entered, it will go to result approval. So once it is approved, it will go to update and print. So usually update means that an approved report, whenever you are going to change it or you are going to update it, you have to inform the people who are involved, because they may have taken a call already. So you have to change it. This is when you change the approved report, it is called as result update. So that needs to be informed. These are all becomes what you call amended reports. Okay, so then it is appeared for result print, so you can take a printout. So all these result entry, result approval, result update, result print and all we will discuss in next video. Okay, so now few important things you need to know at this stage itself is that the present video is for how to receive a sample in the OPD basis. Okay, so now imagine a situation if the sample, as I told you, all IP samples comes directly to third floor lab. So during that time all the specimens will be sitting still in the specimen collection lab. So you need to click on that, and then it will generate the barcode. So you generate the barcode because already sample is collected and it has come in the vacuitainers itself. So you don't have to collect, you just have to receive it again from the department file so that it comes to result entry. But always remember there are some rules in how to receive sample from the IP patients, so that we will discuss in another video. Okay, so another important thing you need to remember is whenever a sample is collected from the ground, from the basement, from the sample collection area in the ground floor, some of these tests may be an outside test. So during that time you have to tell the patient when these test reports are available. So you may have to fill out a form like this. This is a form that is there in the sample collection area. So this is the name of the patient, the UHID or IHHA number of the patient, what is the test, so at what date you have collected the sample and what date the results are expected. So this is the phone number of the lab, and this is the extension number of the lab, so they can call and ask us whether the report is available or not, and they are instructed that they should call between this particular time only for asking for inquiring about the report. So this also you should. Now the reason why this has been made is most of the patients will have bill in their hand, so they can't identify which one is the UHID number and all those things. So when if you fill and give, it becomes very easy to talk to them in Malayalam or whatever their local language on phone and identify whether the test is done or not. So make it as a habit that you are always filling this for patients where outside the sample test reports are there. Okay, even you can write down their email address on the back side so that the report can be emailed to them, or you can write down their WhatsApp number, but inform them that confirm by phone whether reports are available, are ready, and once reports are ready, then only let them only give the username, email address or WhatsApp number, so that we can do at that time, because it will be very difficult to keep track of all the email addresses and phone numbers of the patient at the stage. When they call, when the reports are ready, at that time only we can email it in a faster rate. Okay, so kindly make sure that you are filling the post training forms in this link. Thank you.